Yes guys, what's up? So I wanted to do a video on the Magic Man Paulie Malignaggi. Okay, now let's go into Paulie Malignaggi now. Okay, so Paulie Malignaggi, as everybody knows, let's cover this, right? Had a very vicious knockout loss to Sean Porter. Okay, and the thing is this: that knockout was bad. It wasn't bad, it was really bad, okay? And we're not used to seeing Paulie, that happens to Paulie. That's what makes it even worse, okay? And the thing's this, right? If Paulie Malignaggi comes back, can he mix it up with the young 147 fighters? If Paulie comes back, I think he can beat certain fighters, some of the elite top 10 fighters he can beat. But then what Paulie would have to do is he'd have to cherry pick. And is Paulie willing to cherry pick fights? I mean, look, let's do this, right? Look, got Sean Porter. Can Paulie beat Sean Porter? He can't, it's impossible. He just won't be able to, not at this age especially. I don't know, like, where does he go? Can he beat Amir Khan a rematch? Amir Khan's looking on fire. And after that Louis Collazo win, 3 knockdowns, no, I can't think of a fighter that's done that to Collazo ever. Won every single round. Can't see it. Now, then you have a fighter like Devin Alexander, who I think Paulie would do decent against him. I think Paulie would do decent against him. Because it'd be a boxing match. Alexander can bang a bit, but it'd be a good fight, you know. I'd just like to see that, Paulie versus Devin. But then you've got, I mean, you continue to go through the list, and it's like, why is Paulie gonna fight now? You know, has he retired now? I don't know. Has he announced it? I'm not 100%. Can you guys tell me if he's announced retirement? I don't really know. Paulie, if you're watching this video, tweet me on Twitter at Sham_Ayub, at SHAM for mother, _AYUB for Bravo, Sham_Ayub, and tweet me and tell me, have you retired officially? Have you announced it? You know, like what? I've not seen anything on it. But it's like this, right? Paulie can beat some fighters, in my opinion. I'd pick Paulie to beat a certain amount of fighters because Paulie was looking good prior to the Sean Porter fight, and I think Sean Porter was just stylistically too much for Paulie to handle, and I picked Porter to win that fight. But it's like, I didn't write off Paulie totally, like I didn't totally write him off, but I knew that Porter's style was going to be too much for Paulie, therefore I picked Porter to win the fight. I did my prediction. Go check it out, if it's still on. Actually no, I think it was on my old channel. But anyway, right, you see, Paulie at 147, he's not a big 147 fighter, but he's forced to be at 147 now because he's getting old, he needs weight on his legs. He can't take punches at 140. He's too lethargic at 140. 147 is his division now. He has to stay at that division. It's Kell Brook. Can he beat Kell Brook? I think he stands a chance. Can he beat him? I think that'd be a good fight for Kell Brook. I think it wouldn't be an easy fight, to be honest with you. I think that Brook would have to put some pressure and power onto Paulie. But Paulie's a good boxer, you know. Paulie's a very good boxer. And you know, he could potentially win that fight. I mean, there's Danny Garcia. If he moves up to 147, Paulie could potentially win that fight because we know Danny can get outboxed. You know, we know Danny can get outboxed. I mean, who else is there in 147? I'm just trying to think. You see, I just don't think Paulie needs to get back in the ring now. Although there are fights I would like to see him in. A few, I think he needs to stay retired. I think that people, but you know what it is, it's like this, it's like people have got like a bad, and I know what Paulie's thinking, like partially in his head. He's like, I've had this career and it looks now as if I was a BC level fighter, and everyone that said that was right. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, that's not something that you want to live with. You know, it's not something you want to live with as a fighter. It's like Paulie Malignaggi lost to Miguel Cotto. He lost to Ricky Hatton. He lost to Amir Khan. He lost to Sean Porter. You know, and it's like he lost to 1 or 2 other guys as well. And it's like, you got to think to yourself now, Paulie, where do you put Paulie? Because Paulie Malignaggi he can beat a certain level, but when he steps up to that top level, he can't do it. You know, he can't beat them guys. But I feel that Paulie still has the ability to beat one more elite level guy. So my thing is this: if I was Paulie, I would fight one final fight and say, this is my retirement fight. Announces your retirement fight, announces your retirement final fight, sell a crowd in Brooklyn, fight your final fight. Don't fight a big huge puncher, fight a good fighter, but don't fight a huge puncher, Paulie. Don't fight a come forward fighter who's gonna really just like walk through your punches and knock your clout out like Sean Porter did, you know. Don't want to fight it like that in your life. It could be really dangerous for him. Then take a fight against, I don't know, someone of some caliber, okay? Someone in the top 15, but not a huge puncher, right? Because it's dangerous because Paulie can't bang. That's the thing. Paulie doesn't have a huge punch, but he's got very good boxing. He can punch to an extent, but not on the 147 elite level. He can't. I mean, what happens if he faces Thurman? Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to see Paulie in that position because I really like Paulie as a person. He's a cool guy. If I was Paulie, I would have one final fight. Maybe against someone like Louis Collazo. Maybe against someone like Devin Alexander after the Amir Khan fight. Maybe I don't know who else is there. I just don't think you should take on a huge puncher. I think you can take on a decent puncher, but not someone who can really come forward like Sean Porter and like Thurman and Porter are big no-nos. He's not gonna get the Pacquiao Mayweather fight, so forget about that, Paulie. I don't know, man. Marquez, I don't know. Let me know what you think. Comments in section below. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Okay. Bronner rematch at 147. I wouldn't mind seeing that again, you know. I really wouldn't mind seeing that. It'd be interesting. But I think, yeah, it'd be an interesting fight. It'd be a very interesting fight again at 147, personally, I feel. But I think Braun needs to fight other people right now. But I won't mind. Anyways, I really feel, bottom line, Paulie, take one more fight. I want to see you fight one more time. And just pick that opponent carefully. Everybody knows you have not faced, you know, rubbish fighters. You've not cherry picked in your career. One final fight, pick it right, end on a good note, try and get a win. If you lose, you lose, you know. And then retire, you know, and give your fans one last time to see you. I want to have one more chance to see Paulie Malignaggi. I think he's been involved with some of the best fighters of this era, really good fighters. He's lost, you know. I felt personally that Paulie won that fight against Bronner, personally. But you know, you got to give judges scorecards. The judges felt that Paulie was getting caught in the face too much. Paulie Malignaggi threw a hell of a lot of body shots. But let me think. In the comment section below, make sure you subscribe at Sham_Ayub. Tweet me what you guys think. What Paulie Malignaggi should do next. Do you think he should make a comeback fight, a final fight, stay retired, stay a commentator? What? You heard my opinion. One final fight, Paulie. And that is it. That is it. No comeback after that, win or lose. One final fight and that's it. In a bit, guys.